My bro, here's the one thing that changes how you see nofap. Number one is you can't overcome it overnight, bro. You set the bar too high. You think, oh, you know what? I'm just not gonna fap no more. You're bound to fap, bro. There's gonna be days where you can't no more, and then boom, day zero. Here, I'll give you the analogy. Imagine a person who wants to go to the gym, right? And he tells himself, all right, from now on, I'm not gonna miss a single day. I'm gonna go every single day. He's setting the bar too high, and that's the same thing as no fap. You think that I'm not gonna fap for the rest of my life no more. Of course you're gonna fap. Why? Because you're not at that level yet, bro. You can't overcome it just like that, bro. You can't overcome it because you have been addicted to this for years. And you think that if you just learn this tip, oh, I mean, the tips can help you out to lessen fapping, but the road is going to be bumpy, just like in every journey. It's not perfect. There's going to be ups and downs. Of course you're going to fap because you're not perfect, bro. You're not special. No one is special. I'm not special. There is no easy way out of this because you have been addicted to this for years. Maybe you started watching this when you were like 9 or 10 years old. But what matters is that you don't quit. And if you're struggling with this and you just feel like it's a cycle where you think, oh, you know what? I fap today. I'm not gonna fap the next day. Then what happens the next day? You fap, and then you tell yourself again, I'm not gonna fap the next day. Boom, you fap again. If you want to break that cycle, you can join the community for free, and in there we can help you out, give you some tips and tricks. And another point is, it's very similar to the first one. Is you're only making yourself frustrated, where you tell yourself, I'm I'm not gonna fap for the rest of my life no more. You can't just go from day zero to 100. You can't, bro. You're not at that level yet. You're just setting yourself up for failure. And imagine this: there's a kid that enters into the boxing gym, right? And he wants to get his fight. The coaches, if you just go into the gym and you tell them, "Oh, coach, I want to fight," and you have never boxed, they'll just look at you like, bro, this kid is dumb as hell, bro. Like, he's dumb as rocks. It doesn't work like that. And that's what you're basically telling yourself, that, oh, I'm not gonna fap no more. You're bound to fap, bro. You can't go from 0 to 100. You have to realize is that you have to go out and live your life. You can't just be inside. You just can't be obsessed with no fap, with all these things, where you're just thinking, oh, what if I fap? You just can't be thinking about that. You're gonna have to go out and live life, because if you're just inside on the subreddit of nofap and you're just counting the days, all these things, you're gonna fap, bro, because you're just obsessing over this. You see yourself as a fapper, and you see yourself as like a fiend, fiending for more, and they're like that. That's how you are with nofap. You're just overly obsessing over it, and that's just on your mind. You have to go out and live life, because if you're out living life, going for walks, going out with friends, running with your friends, you're less likely to fap, because you're not obsessing over this. You're not obsessing over your streak. Just doing stuff. And if you're tired of being a fapper or a gooner and just want to break that cycle, break the chains, and just finally be free and live life, you can join the community for free. And there we can help you out. And not just that, but also be consistent with your homework, or maybe you have goals that you have been procrastinating in, and helping you be more disciplined with going to the gym more, holding you accountable, chasing your goals.